Welcome back to the Etc. Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, one of my co-hosts, Mark, and that's it. It's just us. We got Quentin in the booth
Fucking
today. He
asshole.
came through today. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm
What's
good,
up?
man. What's going on, dude? What's up with you guys, dude?
Doing pretty
Doing
good.
good, doing great.
Appreciate you coming through on short notice and on a busy schedule.
Short notice, yeah. Tell them how short of a notice, cuz.
So like
Short.
we were supposed to record last Friday, but Quinn and Mark went out to get tacos on Thursday, and then Mark got sick, so he had to cancel Friday. So he was like, all right, we'll do Monday.
Can I say I don't believe him?
What?
Cause how the fuck, bro? You was good. Like we was together and everything.
No,
man.
like so I was already like in the process, like I knew I was most likely going to get sick because Emily was sick. But I wasn't feeling anything.
First off, why you invite me if your girl's sick, bro?
Because she wasn't that bad at that point. Like she was already clearing up. I'm being honest with you.
This is not the time to be clear.
Yeah.
It gotta be 100%.
First off,
Look,
Emily,
I'm just saying.
that's why you my op, Em. Cause you over here sick and then talking about, yeah, Q, come get tacos with us. Op. She was trying to get me sick. We enemies. We arch enemies. She was trying off me. That's what it was.
Canceled. Are you coming back full time? Because this man's about to get canceled.
Yeah,
No,
facts.
I'm good.
You out here trying to
So-
spit monkeypox, cuz.
Okay, that's definitely not. I don't want that. Trust me, I don't wish that on anybody. That's disgusting. But yeah. So short notice. Now we're here.
Yeah, so that was supposed to be Friday at 3 o'clock. So then we ended up rescheduling today for 12. But in my head, I was like, oh, we still doing 3 o'clock. And it was like 11:55, 11:50. And Quinn and Mark texted me. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm in my bedroom. I'm supposed to be in the studio.
He's just looking at his
But
phone, chilling.
we got down here like 12:40. Like from being like not dressed and not
Yeah.
knowing about it and getting down here in like a half hour, 40 minutes, I was like, I did that. I did pretty
If
good.
I didn't have a dog to take care of, I would have been quicker. But I had to like make sure she was good before I left. So
It is what it is.
Responsibilities.
But
So
yeah, what
that
brings you
was all.
back? What made you want to come by?
Honestly, this is my last free week before I get really busy. So I was like, let me swing through.
Okay.
Yo,
okay.
I want those shades. I want those.
I've been wearing them around you all this time. You ain't never given me that one compliment till now.
Bro, when did you wear them?
Literally at my house.
I didn't see them, bro. I'm
That's
sorry.
crazy.
I had them on the whole day. Mark's seen them.
Yeah, I seen him.
I didn't see them, bro.
I've had these for weeks.
Those ones brown though? Cause they look brown to me. I want the black ones.
These are like orange frames and purple lenses.
That's fire, bro. That's fucking sick. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't know.
It always happens. It's okay. I got a hat. I ain't forget about that. It's just I don't work with that.
You know what's
with
crazy?
The headset.
Me and you rocking white, right? White tee. Me and Mark rocking the white forces. Y'all rocking the pants and shit.
We're
I like
just-
that.
Yeah,
bro.
that's-
just mismatching.
That's cool and all, but I don't think we came here to talk about pants.
No,
Talk about something more relevant. What's new, Q? What's going on with you? I know y'all had some stuff this weekend. I had some stuff this weekend. What's popping?
Not much. Me and Mark, a couple of other friends went out, had some fun this past weekend. You know,
Love the invite.
well, first off, me and you already had this talk. You said you don't want to be around large crowds. So
And you said you didn't either.
true, but I'm a hypocrite, and I'm a two-faced.
and I'm gonna do what I want.
And I like to contradict myself, but we knew this already.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, crazy ass end of the night on Saturday, a car got stolen right in front of us, and we did not peep.
In front of y'all two?
In front of me, Mark, and our two other friends.
What happened?
You were literally, the car was right here getting robbed. You're right here.
I mean, like robbed how though? Like somebody's getting beat the fuck up, or they
No,
were just like
no.
being sneaky about it?
They're being sneaky about it, but
I
still,
mean,
but like,
you
yeah,
don't
but-
know. You don't know who owned the car.
yeah, like, did you see the video that got sent to us?
No,
Did you?
I couldn't see it. It was like
Oh.
the same issue you were having, where it's like it was there, but it wasn't like allowed to like view it.
Yeah, bro. Literally, when we got out the Uber, remember it was like 1:30 in the morning.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, at what point was this happening?
we were coming home. It was 1:30 in the morning. We're getting out the Uber, and we're all just surrounding the car that's getting stolen. I'm just like, bro. I'm like,
Damn,
first of all,
that's wild.
I wasn't like super lit, but I'm like coming down and I'm just like I just want to get inside the house so I could like crack open a ginger ale because I just want to.
I think
That's
what's-
very specific.
I was really craving ginger ale.
I think what's so funny about that is that like I feel so bad now. Like I don't want to say that we could have prevented anything,
Yeah, like
But-
regardless.
but still, just the fact that it kind of happened and that guy was it a guy?
Yeah, it was two guys. They hopped in through the back window.
Yeah, and the fact that it was just kind of like they were just probably like, oh shit, and then they just
But the
realized, and
funny-
they're probably just like these
funny-
dumbass mother.
I think you were texting your girl. So like you got out, you were in the left side, so you got out the car, and
Yeah.
then you walked like in front of the car that was getting stolen, and you just stood there at the front, just like on your phone for like a hot second.
I was
And
probably
then
also
I
just
know
waiting
those
for
dudes
y'all.
in the car were like, "Yo, this bull about to see us," because they were both in the front seat. Just like when they saw us get out the car, they just stood still, and they were like, "He's like, don't move." And then like.
That's
I was
wild.
just like, bro, it's so drunk. If Mark would have just looked up, he would have
so
just
it's my
saw.
fault. It's my
Yeah,
fault.
like, what was
It's
the-
my fault. It's my
no,
fault.
no,
everybody.
it's not. But I'm saying, imagine if Mark would have just looked up and just saw two dudes in fucking ski masks, just like in the car.
Were they in ski masks?
Yeah.
Bro,
ski
that's
mask
it's
and-
more
and
power
hood
to
Oh,
job.
y'all
them.
got-
I couldn't see shit.
Y'all were
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. I know.
They're
thought-
blending
This
in.
was crazy.
I thought
bro.
they was just regular ass looking dudes. Just
Nah.
that somebody left their door unlocked or something.
Well, now from now on, I'm just going to check everywhere.
I'm
At
checking all
night, I'm just
cars.
checking cars. Just
Well, now,
anybody?
well, now this makes a whole difference in the world. I thought it was just like kind of like a thing where like they just dress regular. You didn't know that who owned the car.
No, we knew like it's Edwin's neighbor. So
This is not
Like-
getting any better.
yeah. Yeah, so it's drawn, man. But
Between
we had a
him
good
pu-
night.
Between him pulling up sick and you guys just witnessing a crime,
Yeah.
I'm still safe as of right now. I'm gonna stop talking before it's.
Yo, you know what I'm scared about though? I parked my car where it got towed at.
Did you
See,
really? We
told
talked
you.
about it on the way in.
I
It
was,
was like the only spot available, and I'm just like, God, please. I
You just
put
gotta
the
keep all
fucking,
yeah, you
I
just
put
gotta
the
make sure that
John
stay
up. I put the John up. I took a picture of it, covering my ass, cause I don't want to hear no shit. You know what I mean? They try to pull something funny.
What happened last
But-
time? Did you have to pay or they just gave it to you back?
No, I had to fucking pay that shit. I tried to,
That shit was so awkward,
bro.
bro.
I tried to.
We was cracking up on the way. It was like, because imagine you just walking up to your car and you're just like, oh yeah, like it's right.
That's
Just
exactly
like-
how it went.
You're like, yeah, bro, I'm about to
I
just.
dapped y'all up
You
and
go
said,
for
all
the
right.
door.
I-
It's just not there.
I dapped y'all up.
We
and
went our
I'm like,
separate ways. And you called me. You're like, bro, my car not here.
Like 3 minutes later, you just like, bro, you're like, what? You lying?
And we was about to pull off.
Bro, that shit annoyed the fuck out of me, bro. Oh my god, I was so mad. I really hated life.
I just think it was funny because didn't you say also, who else? I think it was Raul or Dom. I think it was Raul,
yeah.
right? It
Raul
was
had
the
his
same
car, yeah,
situation.
same thing. That shit just burns you out, bro. Like, shit is just like,
It's a really shitty ass situation because it's such
Yeah.
a hassle. Like you could think your day gonna go one way
yeah.
and it just goes the complete opposite.
Literally, the same thing happened to Edwin. A car he just had got towed. Like, literally, that he just got like 3 days before. He went down to Center City and went to go hang out and then didn't peep the sign. Parked in the wrong
Ah.
spot. Yeah.
That shit. Even when we park now, even now, I be like super paranoid about that shit.
I'll be taking pictures and
I
everything.
be checking
bro. I'll
every
be like,
pole and
you know,
shit.
Yeah, they don't really make it like, well seen either. Like they always have that shit on like all the way at the end of the block, just sitting there, and you're just like, fuck.
When I was on my way, like trying to find parking, I'm like underneath the Fashion District. You know that overpass, right? Like the overhead drum that you drive under, and there's that stop sign. And I stopped, and then I saw that somebody was crossing the street, and I peeped there was a PPA lady. I just kept going. I was like, "Fuck you, bitch! I hate all PPA. All PPA can get the smoke, bro."
You did.
She looked at me like mad as hell. Like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and your
Nah.
organization. Y'all fucking scheming. I got a fucking fine
Oh,
parking
yeah.
at his girl's crib, bro. First off, his girl and her sister was like, "You good? You good parking here? You good?" Bet I'm good. Y'all said I'm good. Y'all will live here. Cool.
I don't go by that.
Nah, bro.
Y'all know since I first got my car, I don't be going by that shit. I be like,
Bro.
nah, I know the law. Y'all not
No,
paying.
yeah,
y'all
that-
not paying for my shit.
Definitely. I remember one time when Vic came to scoop me from my no, matter of fact, he was coming over so we could do the podcast in my grandma's basement. And I was like, yeah, bro, just park in front of my uncle's barbershop. It had the X right there. Everybody parks there, but you was like, nah, bro. I
Nah.
was like, nah, bro, you good? He was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna go find something
And
else.
when we went that one day we went to South Philly and shit.
That's the time I'm thinking of.
They
we
was
were like,
oh, like yeah, just park
they
on
were
the curb. I'm like,
you were like, nah.
fuck out of here. I just got this car. You think I'm gonna walk out next day and I have
that
my
shit like
shit?
just park in front of my steps. Just
Yeah,
like put
like-
the car on, put all four wheels on the sidewalk and block people from walking.
I'm like, they recognize y'all cars. They gonna fuck around and see my shit.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't know this car.
That's the same shit I be saying. Like people don't understand. Like especially down like North, like Juniata area, them motherfuckers do not care. Especially they live around there. They parking in front of fire hydrants. They
what?
park on the sidewalk.
They be triple
don't
park.
matter.
That shit pissed me off so
Yo,
bad.
they'll park on their fucking grass. You know, like the kind of loud. They'll park on like you know how like the John goes up a little bit like that. They'll park up there. They don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
But like if I'm
the
not
yellow line, the yellow paint in between all that shit.
If I'm not from around there, bro, and you just see a random blue Honda parked on the, I'm not gonna be as cool as you. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a ticket. I'm gonna get something. Like
You drive down there,
Bro.
you gotta fucking Mario Kart your way through every fucking block, and then the
Bro.
stop signs.
somebody on Second Street. I was going on my way to go get Mark on Saturday. You know, Second Street already has all those dumbass speed bumps,
Bro, they don't even.
and
True.
Like
bro,
it used to be the black ones that you like they put into the ground.
Yeah.
Now they just doing cement. There's like these fat ass lumps that you can't even like.
Yeah.
It's like
Bro.
the one day when I was driving to come down here, there was one, and I don't know if they moved it or I just didn't see it today.
Well,
it-
no, that was the ones that you went and cut in the middle in between, right there.
No, but remember the one that it was like that shit was so like thick and like small. It was like small and like thick that it was like super high off the ground. That I was like, you know,
But I'm-
you know
yeah.
how you could somehow like with your tires you could finesse. All right, bro. Like
Yeah, he's still.
you thinking about your shorty from last night or something? Like,
Roland, why would you say that? Yo.
it could have just been a
Why
joke.
would-
Your reaction.
All
just
right,
gives you
no,
way
that was
more.
a joke. That was a joke.
yeah, that was a joke. That was
And I don't
that
know.
shit was hilarious.
And
bro.
I don't know what she looked like. Like you just gave yourself up.
That
So,
shit
all
was
right,
hilarious.
stop talking.
You could have played it off.
That shit was hilarious.
Let it go.
Nah, bro, because we was talking about.
We're talking about small.
No, but I was
and
laughing.
thick.
That's what I was laughing at. Because I was thinking, I'm like small and thick. I was like, yeah, that's me.
That's-
Like,
That was
That's your
me
Pornhub
yesterday.
search last night.
Small and thick.
no, bro. I was just thinking, I was like, that's what she said. He was
But-
like, it's small and thick. I was like,
But you know how with some, you know how with some of those like you could kind of like drive over it where your tires don't have to like hit the bump.
right.
I was like I could try and do that. I was scared to do that. I just ended up doing like on one side of my car. But it's like my car is small and low. Like
Yeah.
I'm fuck around drive over that like then you gonna hear. I'm gonna be mad as
I'd be
shit.
scared as shit to do that too. Because especially my weight, it brings the car down a little bit. It looks like I fucking lowered my bitch. So
You got
that's-
static.
Yeah. Like, damn, Q.
You don't got bags.
He was like, damn, Q, when'd you lower your car? It's like, no, bro, I'm just fat. But, fuck. Come on, man. This is the first time back, and it's like, I'm doing this shit again. What the fuck we talking about? Before
Short,
that.
short and thick.
Yeah, first you're talking about that.
no. No, but yeah, these streets are fucking killing me. So my fucking my car door, the back right one won't open, right?
Wow.
It was in a car accident. Something's wrong with the
It's-
lack
it's jammed.
actuator. Yeah, it's all it's weird. So anyway,
I fix it.
good looks. Let's go right now. So
It's the
anyway,
alternator.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, pop the hood. Maybe it's the flush capacitor. The
You need power steering fluid.
No, that's the first thing, that's the first thing. Like people that don't know shit about cars, they be like, "Did you get your oil changed?
Right,
You got a tune up?"
That's what
My
it is,
tire
right?
flat. Did you get your filters changed?
Yeah.
Like, ah, fuck.
Did you
okay.
check the headlights? No, so mind you, I didn't have tint because the door wouldn't open and nobody wanted to do the tint because obviously it's gonna be a lot of work. You gotta you gotta crawl in the car, do the shit while the door's closed. It's annoying. And so nobody wanted to do my tint. And then the other day when I was hanging out with E, I like slept over his crib and I went to go to my car and I hit the unlock button and it sounded weird. Like it didn't sound like normal. That joint was like kank. I was like, what the fuck? And then when I got in the car and I locked the doors, I heard it again. It was like kank. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? So then I'm looking at all the doors and shit. I'm like fucking with it. And then I hit the unlock button and I look in the back right and I see that joint's up. I said, no fucking way. I must have hit a pothole or something because you
And
know how these Philly
opened?
and it fucking open. Because I did
Wow.
hit a couple potholes the night before. Because you know
crazy.
these Philly streets be fucking drawn. You can't fucking go a block without hitting a pothole. Anyway, I go to open the door and that joint hasn't been open in centuries. So when I go open the door, that joint like, like that joint
All
like,
that
yeah,
Scooby Doo ass noise.
yeah. I was like, I was like, damn. And I was like, this joint needs some WD-40. And I'm like, yo, but then I was hyping shit because I'm like, bro, I could get tint now. So I was like, I gotta hurry up because this joint might fuck around and lock
You might
up
hit
on
another
me again.
Right?
pothole.
It goes back.
So I was able to get my tent done while the door was unlocked. Like literally a day after I got my tent done, door won't
Shut.
open again.
Hey, well, you got it done.
Yeah, I was happy as shit, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, thank God.
That's crazy.
I mean, it seemed like it's a simple fix though.
Yeah.
If potholes doing it,
True.
Yeah.
nothing YouTube can't do.
So I gotta get that joint fixed because I'm gonna try to sell this car, especially now that I got tent. It's a
Ain't you
full
just
up.
get it?
March 2021. So it's like a year and some
Yeah.
change.
Okay. Why?
But
Why you want to get rid of it?
I just want something. I want a big boy.
You
I want-
bored?
I want a truck.
want
You
a
want a truck with
Ford.
$5 a gallon right now,
It's dropping down. It's $3.95 my way.
bro? What do we see on the way here?
I did. I mean, it's that one Sunoco, but that joint was $4.99.
They tripping. I don't $3.95. My Sunoco up my way.
So that shit kind of high.
It is kind of high. You know,
it
I
used
looked,
to be like 250.
bro. I literally pulled up a video from like April of 2021, and that joint was like $2.95 or like
Yeah.
$2.85. I'm like, damn, what a time.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
crazy.
like, yo, we should have been taking advantage. I should have been filling up gallons of that shit.
Just
Like,
having that shit in your basement.
the gas go bad? Cause I would have been, I would have, you know them
feel like
fucking
at some
oil
point
containers.
the Jerry cans and shit.
Yeah, you know them oil containers they like come in from the shipments. I would have been filling that bitch up.
Shit.
Now you know if that shit go down.
Real shit. I'm saying,
Stocking
yo,
up.
God forbid, because it's and I feel like companies now are just taking advantage of inflation. Like obviously inflation's real. I don't know why I did this, but
Inflation.
it's
We all know
it's
the truth,
obviously
guys.
Biden. It's like that's every Republican saying is like, you know why this is happening? Because you voted for Biden. You fucking idiot.
It's
It's like,
everybody
bro,
at this
chill.
point.
It's
Everybody
like,
kind of fed up with that.
yeah. I felt bad, yo, when y'all was talking about when he fell. I was like, yo, his foot got stuck, man.
That's what I was saying. I was like, that wasn't really like his fault, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
'Cause
to
that's-
see.
I feel bad because I'm like, that shit happened to me. Like,
Yeah, I think it's just bad because to see somebody that's supposed to be like, the in power, the
Yeah, I
president,
know.
you're just like, damn, he
Looking
falling.
mad.
but I'm mad nobody was there to like help him. Like,
They're just like, wow.
where was the seat?
That
Where
would have
was
made it worse though.
where was the Secret Service? Why ain't nobody been like, yo, hold on, Mr. President, your foot. You know what I mean?
That was too much of a bang boom type kind of thing. There was no way like he was already going down as soon as you noticed.
True.
He just was like, I'm going down. Like, that's how he was.
He
Like,
got
was
up,
like,
though.
Fuck it. Yeah.
True.
But
I guess that's the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
no, but what the fuck was I trying to say before I brought that up? Companies, man. Like every time I see something on like Instagram or Twitter, they always say like companies be like, oh well, we're raising the prices, blame inflation. That's all they say, and it's like, all right, bro, but like, can you chill? Like, why?
That shit kind of. I mean, it's real though.
I know.
Yeah,
but
Same
it's
shit with
why?
gas. We started fucking with fucking Russia, and they say, "All right, word, fuck your gas prices."
I heard that wasn't
crazy.
true
It was a myth.
though. Yeah, Joe Rogan told me. So,
Oh,
I believe
gotta-
everything he
gotta
says.
believe
My
it.
fault, bro.
Yeah, I
What
trust.
else?
I trust and believe everything he says, and I agree with him 100%.
All right, bro. I'm gonna need you to step out. Cut his mic off.
Yo, you know he had Mark Zuckerberg on that John the other day.
Really?
That was kind of crazy. I tried to listen to it, but it's so hard because Mark Zuckerberg just kind of like talks like a robot.
Yeah, I don't really
It's kind
care.
of
Like,
it's kind
I
of creepy,
seen-
you know.
I
It's
seen
not
this-
the real Mark Zuckerberg anymore.
I seen The Social Network. I don't think I need to hear him talk.
Yeah, he's just like, we're trying to expand the metaverse and everyone will enjoy it with augmented reality. And it's like, all right, bro, you scaring the fuck
In
out
this
of me.
next
Chill.
step, please enter your billing information.
Yeah, I don't know why people try to act like and buy into that shit. Like he hasn't done like real shit. Like what has he really done in like the past? All this time, except for like get sued to like selling data and shit.
Yeah, I
Like,
was about to say all
like-
he's really done is just sold our data to people.
and early on, he like stole the idea and shit and just kind of ran with it. Like at this point, it's a bunch of like college kids that just losing sleep trying to make his like dream still keep going.
Yeah.
That's kind of I was kind of low key thinking about that the other day though. It is wild that like this man was like at his peak and they made a movie about him. And he's still going.
Mm.
He was like he not old.
They
He's
tried
like,
to make him look bad and
he,
shit.
he like a couple years
yeah.
older than us, like on some
Yeah.
real shit.
How
And they
old
straight
is
up
he?
made a movie about him and his life.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's probably like
He has to be though, like
late 30s or something.
He has to be. Like,
Oh,
Which is still wild though, because like
Yeah.
when they made the Social Network like 10 years ago.
yeah. Wasn't that the John with Justin Timberlake? Was he? in
Yeah,
it?
he was the guy who made Napster.
Yeah, I remember he was the bull who just like got super angry, and I remember the scene. I was like, oh shit.
What's that? Is it the guy's Jesse Eisenberg or some shit
I
like
Yeah.
that?
think I know who you're talking about.
That's
I
the-
just
Bro,
can't
why
remember
can I
his
not
name.
spell his
I ain't
name?
better Facebook. And when you went by Facebook, you get
Yeah,
to
bro,
It's
his
that
face
weird-ass
annoys me
voice.
sometimes. Yeah,
He's-
the way he acts.
He's 38.
see late 30s.
38. I mean, again, for doing
When you
what
went by
he
Facebook,
did.
you get to play that.
You know, I never really seen that movie. I've just always seen that scene where Andrew Garfield's like, "Fuck you," and all
I
that shit.
remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
forgot he was
fucked
in
them
there, too.
over.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
That's
coming back
wild.
for everything.
Steve Jobs is the same shit though, right? Like
Steve
he did
Jobs,
the bull, like they started in the garage and the bull he started with, he like kind of did him dirty and shit.
Kind of, but then they end up coming back together.
No,
So
Good
like,
for- good for
it
him.
wasn't really that. Like,
uh,
he wasn't like he's another guy who was like he like obviously he started it off, but it got to a point it's like how much is he really doing on a day-to-day basis? Like
Yeah.
it was a bunch of younger kids that he would pay to like
yeah.
work 80 hours a day and shit.
He just
Mm.
had
A week.
the idea, kind of put it together, hired the people.
You know who scares me? Fuck is his name? Oh, my God. Oh, Jeff Bezos. He kind
We-
of just looks like a
Good villain.
empty soul, like Lex Luthor had ass.
We've talked about
For
this
real,
like on like 3 different episodes where it's like
Yeah.
he's wasting his money if he doesn't pop out in Times Square one day like in a suit just like
Amazon man.
He's like, you all belong to me.
just starts
like, oh
just
my
starts
God.
exploding UPS and FedEx trucks.
Yo,
I
like
have the
that.
monopoly.
I'm like, hey, yo, chill.
He's
What's
a
that
little
other?
wild.
What's that yellow and red truck? Fucking DHL. or
Yeah.
something? Blowing those up too. All 2 of those that are on the street.
Little the like 5 WB Mason trucks that are left.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I'll just leave you guys. You're not really making anything.
He's like,
Fucking office supplies.
he's like, all right, yo, I feel bad for y'all.
Yeah, I'll let y'all stay. Don't worry.
I really don't be seeing them Jones no more. I used to see them all the time. Now I don't see
Yeah.
them.
What WB Mason?
Mm-hmm.
We saw one like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Person who was driving in it too.
But yeah, I want to since we're like at 20 minutes right now, I want to hop in and like I want to fill you in on Baki because I don't know if you've seen our last. Or I don't think they're out yet. Technically, I think they're gonna be at this point.
Oh.
They'll be out, but at
Shit,
the time
yeah.
of recording, it's not. So I told Mark last time we recorded that I was watching Baki, right? And he never watched it. So I was telling him like what it's about, and I was telling him that as I'm like I don't like the show, but I was like maybe it'll grow on me, or maybe it'll build. Like I was only like halfway through. I finished the first season now, and I think I've like decided that like I'm not gonna keep watching it. So you'll see in the one that comes out soon. But essentially, like it's just a bunch of fighting where it's so unrealistic that it's hard to keep up. Like for example, like in the past ones that I told him, there was a fight where like these 2 guys just went at it in a park, and say it's me and Mark, right? I have a gun. I shot Mark multiple times in his feet and his knees, and he was like down. He got up, kept fighting him again. Started beating me up. Then I started losing. I took more bullets, put it in Mark's mouth, punched him with an uppercut, and the bullets exploded in his mouth. Then there was a opening on both sides of his mouth because of the explosion. He was still fighting. He ends up still winning.
How the fuck?
I capture him, take him to the police station, and then they're like, oh, like, you're kind of beat up. Like, let's get you some help. So I get in the cop car. I'm about to dip, and the car stops because Mark is holding the car by his hands, and I can't leave. So I gotta fight him again. That's the type of shit that be going on. So I watched the last couple episodes.
First
It
of
was
all, what the fuck is going? What is this? What is this?
so the whole
the
overarching
context.
purpose is that like Baki is like a show about a fighter. It's like Netflix picked it up, but the original show happened like early 2000s, like 20 years ago. Netflix picked it up again from where that left off. And it's the main character is a 17-year-old, of course, who's
So always
the
a
best,
young
who's
bull.
who's like the best fighter in the world. So basically when the original
Real
series,
quick, can I
No.
chime in right here, or can I just? There be motherfuckers that been doing.
He said no.
I kept going. I'm the guest here. motherfucker.
don't cut me off and get distracted. Finish your
Sorry,
point.
sorry. You know what I was telling my coworkers about this shit. I was like, there be motherfuckers that been like in anime, been training all their life, 100 of years, be the most experienced motherfucker ever, and then it just come one young bull who just is like the prophecy.
Yeah,
Like, and
it's
it's
like think about like Pokemon. Like he became a trainer at 10
Yeah.
and pulled up and just ran
that was
shit.
that was another thing I was talking about. I was like, what fucked up world is it that you're like, all right, yo, my son's 10, now he has to go off and be like just roam the world
and collect
Like,
animals and
at
fight
10?
adults.
Yeah.
at not 13, 10, bro. What the fuck type of the world y'all living in? What's
Yeah.
going on?
I
bro?
started to notice that a lot of these like animes or shows, they just like they're like you said, they're all younger kids and their parents are either
Just
not
let-
around,
Not existent
they're
or
not
terrible.
existent, or they
Like-
just don't care. I'm
Either
like,
the parents don't care or the parents are fucking dead. But it's like
Or at,
either way,
or
it's
at least
like,
the dad is gone.
yeah, that's
The only,
very
the only,
true,
the only
very
exception is Food Wars, and even then,
initial D. But go ahead.
come out one more time, son. In Food Wars, it's his dad and his son, and then the show starts. One episode where the dad's there. Episode 2, the dad goes over to Europe to cook for other people.
Mm.
But to go back to what I'm saying, the initial point of Baki is he's a great fighter. The last series ended off with a tournament that ended, right? So this picks up and it's like, oh, like you're the champion of the last tournament. I want to bring all the champions of the previous tournaments and like have y'all fight each other. But the rules are you guys good?
Oh, I'm good. I've been listening.
So the point is that it's a tournament happening against all the best fighters from like different countries and whatnot, but it's no location, no nothing. It's anytime, anywhere. They said it don't matter if you sick, if you at school, if you with a girl, whatever. Like if he pull up on you and you
that's
sleep
drunk.
to
It's like,
that ass, and it's happened a couple of times where they be like with girls and then they have
Taking
to
a
fight.
shit, anything.
Don't matter if you sleep. If somebody pull up on you, throw hands. You got to throw hands, and if you lose, you lose. You're out. So that's the rules. So
I'll wait till I find out somebody's in the most vulnerable spot ever.
Something like that.
bro, but that's what I'm about to. So what Mark hasn't heard yet from when we last spoke about it, and I talked about how the main character hasn't fought once, and I was like 10 episodes in. I was getting pissed off. I'm like, yo, like they
Sounds
gotta
like
pick
One
up at
Piece.
one point, bro. Like I'm pretty sure I haven't watched One Piece. I'm sure One Piece was.
I got a story
doing
to tell you
better.
about that as well. Go ahead.
But yeah, so he's walking his girl home. Also with his girl, I don't think I talked about this at his girl at all. They just be talking and like every time it's the same. I feel like they start the same conversation over and over again. Like they'll hang out and she'll be like, "Oh, like we've been hanging out a lot. Like, do you think like are you getting tired of me? Like, am I being annoying?" He's like, "Nah, like I really like you. Like I see myself being with you." And that's the same conversation every time. And every time they be talking and he'll kiss her and she be so alarmed every time. And it's just like so weird and like I can't breathe. Like and that happens.
So weird.
So this time where we left off, he's walking her home again. They just like spent the day together. And they're both kind of like holding hands, like, you know, shit. It's like they've also been together in the previous series. So like they've been together for a minute. And they're like kind of showing their like what each of them are thinking. So he's like, "Oh, like I kind of want to like spend the night at her crib."
Okay, Baki.
Yeah, and then in her head, she's like, "Oh, I kind of want to I want to go to his crib." Like they're both kind of on the same page, but they both being shy about it, you know, teen love.
Teen love.
So she's like, "Oh, I'm about to head home." He's like, "All right, good night." Like I give you like they kiss or whatever, and then she's like, "Look like you want to say something," kind of like giving him like the opportunity
That sounds familiar.
to bring it up. Last night, so but yeah, so he's like,
I gotta go, bro.
so he's like, oh, like he's about to say it, but he's like, oh, like have a good night, like get home safe. And then he's in his head like, damn, like I want to tell her to come home with me, and she's in her head walking away, he's like, oh, like I thought he was about to tell me to come home with him, but then he's like, wait, and then she's like, come over in 10 minutes, so she go home. He's waiting in the street, like, all right, I'm gonna wait my 10 minutes. It's lit, like
He
about to-
preparing himself in
I'm
his
about to go
head.
stupid, like I'm about to get in the ring. But so he's like, all right, 10 minutes pass. He started walking over.
Don't tell me he got cock blocked.
Basically, bro. So one of the fighters is like this Russian bull. He was like in a Russian facility.
It's always the Russians.
He was like in a deep ass hole. He climbed out of it, came to Japan looking for him.
Jesus.
They ain't had ass.
Yeah. So she in her
I
room.
was born in it. I was born in the dark.
So she started getting dressed and shit, like ready for him to come over. And like at her window, she hears a knock. So she's like, oh, like Baki? And like opens
Oh,
it.
that's the bull name.
His name is
Yeah,
I thought
his
Baki
name-
was like the name of the sport or something.
Nah,
the name of the
they
genre.
fighting. They know that.
That shit
his name is
fighting.
his name is Baki Hanma. But yeah, so she hears a knock. She's like, all right, it must be Baki. So she goes to open the window, bull behind her. Her door was closed. I don't know how the fuck that
I was
happened.
to just say, wait.
This
She
man-
went from door, she's looking at the window, and then he's behind.
And to make it even worse, while she was getting dressed, like the mom came and was like, oh, like you're home late. Like, you know, like just like parent shit, you know, just making
Yeah.
sure she cool. So she talks to her and then shuts the door, like, all right, good night. And she goes to the window and he's in the room. So like when the fuck, like the mom's at the door, she can't be that far.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, like so he like goes her behind, like covers her mouth. It's like if you scream, like I'ma kill you. And your mom too, like I already took care of her. Like she's out.
Goddamn.
So so it's like if you agree, like I'm gonna let go, but like don't do shit. And this shit kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. This is when I thought I was like, yo, I'm gonna keep watching this show. Like this shit, this shit go.
This is where it caught his attention.
Yeah, I was like, all right, this kind of hot. But yeah, so she's like, oh, it's Baki, but now it's the bull. And she's
Shit,
like,
my fault.
you good. She's like, if you yell, like I'm gonna harm you and your family. And she's like, oh, like you're not gonna do anything. Like she was like, oh, she's like, are you sure? He's like, are you sure about that? He's like, I'm confident. She's like, I'm confident in one thing. She's like, Baki! And as she's about to say it, like she's like about to yell it, and the bull starts swinging at her. He's like, Baki, like calling for him. And right before he connect, Baki comes start kick the shit out of him through the window. I was like, oh shit, this is hot. Like he finally came through. Like he about to throw hands. So he come in like literally she about to get socked. He comes in and kicks him in the head, and he backs off. She's like, oh my god, like Baki, like you really came. He busts through the window, glass everywhere. He on the floor, like what the fuck? Like where'd you come from? And then
where you come from?
Yeah. Facts. And then the mom coming like, what's going on? And then Baki's like, yo, you crossed the line, bro. Like, not my girl. Like, you out of pocket for that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, all right, like, we're going to settle this right now. And he's like, I forget the girl's name. He's like, you and your mom, like, get out of here. Like, this is going to be quick. Like, don't worry about it. He throw him out the window. And he sees him on the ground. He hit him again. He's like, oh, shit. And then he turns around for like a split second. The girl's gone. The mom's gone. Or the mom's on the floor. And it's just his jacket on the floor outside, and Bull's not there anymore.
Oh, shit.
So he's like, the mom's like, oh, like she took him, whatever. They ran off. He in the truck with her. That's it. That was the first time I saw him do anything and like affect him, and the Bull ran away. So I'm like, bro, like I freaking hate this show. Like, so that happens, and then there's the white bull. Remember the white bull I told you last time that he like was fucking people up, and like they tried to kill him, and he stuffed the one bull in a bag.
I think so.
And he like messed with his whole dojo.
I think so.
So now they caught him.
Okay.
Cause like it was like the triads type shit where it's like everybody's kind of like a part of it, or at least they have people on their payroll. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yo, he goes out to eat, and it's like, yo, everybody here knows who you are. We all got eyes on you. Like, get in the car. We about to go drive somewhere. Like, we gonna handle you after what you did to our homie. So they drive off. They take him to this amusement park, abandoned one. It's like, oh, like we know the owner. Like, don't worry about nobody here. And it's like, I guess like the toughest bull was waiting for him in the amusement park. It's like, all right, we're gonna settle this here. We're gonna run hands. Yeah. They start running hands right in the amusement park. All the lights come on. Looks tough as shit. They start fighting. Bull losing. The white bull, he was actually losing for once. He was like, oh, like you confident, like you ready to fight to the death for your mans. Let's be really about it. Like let's do whatever. So they start a roller coaster. They jump on the roller coaster cart. And they fight and standing on the roller coaster like on some King the Kai shit. Like the shit's like high as fuck. And they fighting. And then the bull who's waiting for him, he's like, oh, like I got taught this stance that people used to fight when they was on boats.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know, like heavy seas.
Yeah.
So they on the roller coaster, he's like, oh, I got my balance. Like he thought he got me, but like I'm ready for this shit. So he started whooping his ass. White bull started losing. He's like, oh, word? Like you said you was ready to die for your homie? All right, let's see how much you about it. He tackles him. They fall off the roller coaster. They plummet until they death. White bull turned last second, so he's about to land on the bull. Bull turned again. And then it's like, they both hit the ground. But the white bull is chilling. He's like, oh, like I did something last minute. Like I crashed my fall. Bull's like basically on his deathbed. Like he bleeding out and shit. Then two more homies pull up. And then previously the bull that got fucked up, he chopped his hand off, or so you thought.
so you thought.
Yo, what's up with this show, bro?
Facts. Or so you thought. So he got this cast on. He's like, all right, I'm going to fight you with one hand. Like, fuck it. Like, it don't matter. So he's fighting him. He's whooping his ass with one hand. And then he's like, all right, like, your hand's fucked up. I'm going to hit your hand. So he blocks it. Cast shatters. So they see a hand. They're like, yo, how the fuck you still got a hand? We saw you get it chopped off. Cutscene. Flashback.
Of course.
Bull's all fucked up in the street. He's like, fuck. And he goes to like this street doctor who's like a drunk, but he's like mad good at surgery. She's like, yo, I'm not gonna give you no anesthesia. This shit gonna hurt like a bitch, but I'm gonna fix your hand. Sews his hand, ligaments, everything. He's chilling. He said, you can't throw a punch for 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Bro, there's no way something like that happens.
Yeah.
And you only need
First
2
of all,
weeks.
2 weeks.
So
Yeah.
That's so
That's out of
He
pocket.
said, you can't throw a punch for 2 weeks. He's chilling. He's fighting, whooping his ass. And then this whole thing with the white bull, the reason he be winning, like sometimes he be ready to, like about to lose, but he like knows hypnosis.
What the fuck? What type of secret
like-
power is this?
Where he be talking shit so well that he has them like, where like they want to win so bad that they convince themselves they winning. So there'd be points where like the bull would just be fucking him up. And then the people that watch him like, yo, what's fuck is wrong with Bull? And he just be punching air and shit. Bull just standing like, like yeah, like he want to win so bad. He think he really winning right
He's
now.
fighting his own demons.
So then that was happening to the bull with that we thought we lost his arm. So he's like, oh, I'm about to beat him. I'm about to beat him. Like it's a wrap. Like he think he winning right. I'm about to come behind him. But his instincts are so good that even though he's fighting like that fake bull and he thought in his shit, he feels somebody coming swing behind him. So he blocked that shit too. So they start fighting by my mom. He winning. He ends up beating him, right? Supposedly this white guy, like the reason he was so fucked up, and why he fought so much and why he got so good at fighting, because he had a fucked up childhood. And like his mom wasn't there, his dad wasn't there.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
That's how it goes.
it's always connecting.
and whenever he loses,
It's never somebody who actually has it all that's like...
yeah.
you know what I mean?
So whenever he loses or like he's in a bad point, he like reverts back to being a little kid again,
Mm.
where like when he was being abused.
Mhm.
So he's literally dead as like about to lose, and the guy is like on his knees. The initial guy that they beat up, that they were all fighting to get revenge for, they pull him up in a wheelchair.
Bro, what is
And bro, this was like a couple of days before. Like there's no way he's cool. Doctor pulls up behind us like, yo, like why'd you steal my patient? Like he's not fit to be out here. Like you won't get him killed. Bull stands up, rips all the shit off, breaks his cast. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm about to finish this bull. He's about to do it. He does this all the time, this guy. He's on his hands and knees like, nah, like, you know, like, I surrender. Like, y'all got me. He's done that like 3 times. Every time they fall for it. They're like, all right, he surrendered. So they got him arrested. And he like, since he lost, he reverts back to little kid. He's like driving in the ambulance, like back to the police station. And he's like, Mama, can I get some candy, please? You never give me candy. And the guy who beat him he's like, I'll get you all the candy you want, bro. I'm not lying right now. Like this is all 100% true, word for word. So they take him to the hospital. Everybody else is getting patched up from the fight. The bull who like initially won the fight, who lost his arm and shit, he's going home to his wife, like, you know, honey, I'm home. Honey, not home. Bull broke out the hospital, took care of his shorty, and he went and smacked the bull who lost his hand with like dynamite in his face, and like blew his shit,
What the fuck?
and like blew his whole shit up. So this is where it left off. I don't know what happened to him, but also to make it even worse, like when he was getting his ass beat, like the guy who's beating him up, he like broke like his chest and everything. Like, they showed like his bones breaking, like Mortal Kombat type shit. So he shouldn't be standing. He's just in there chilling.
What the fuck they be on in there?
Yeah. And now where they left off, I guess they built it up for the second season. They introduced this Black Bull. Big as shit. Like he's like a prisoner, but well they all are, but he's a prisoner, like technically like he's serving time.
Okay.
But since he's so good at like fighting and shit, they sometimes use him to capture other criminals. And in return, he gets like a better like situation, like in the jail. Like he got like a bed and shit, like better food, you know, whatever he want, TV. So that's his situation. So now they have him. They sent him out to go grab some bull, and he like walks. He's like, all right, everybody go home. I got it. Goes and chase after some bull. There's like an ex-cop that he like beat up back in the day. The guy who like they hired. So he's trying to get revenge because they requested for him to come. Like the guy who was like robbing the bank. Because I want to see the bull. He has a shotgun. The ex-cop. He was about to kill him. He's like, all right, like take all your clothes off. Like I'm about to execute you.
Take all your clothes off.
Bro,
Okay, sure.
he started putting the whole clip into him.
Real quick.
No.
Swain posted something like, what the fuck, bro? Swain posted something on IG that was like, he was like, I don't get why when dudes catch their ops, they make them strip. He's like, I don't get that.
That's what he made him do though. He was
Yeah.
like, yo, like you fucked me up back in the day. Like, he had like scars on his face. So he
Yeah.
was like, I'm about to get my licks in. So like,
Mm.
take your clothes off. I'm about to take you out. He started shooting him. Bang, 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 bang. They like puncture his skin, but he's so muscular. And he's just like, and it just comes out. He's like, yo, like you need bigger pellets than that. Like that's not gonna work on me, pop.
No way. You
he's
said a regular gun.
Yeah. So he was like, and the guy with the X was like, I figured that would happen. And he's like, ah, and like slices him with a sword break.
Okay. All right, Titan.
What is
God,
this
yeah,
guy?
Armored Titan. What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
He ends up fucking up the bull, and then like that was it. Like he caught the guy and whatever. And that's where I left off. And like it's funny, like I realized that it's a lot. I enjoy more telling Mark about the show and you about the show, and like seeing your reactions than I do actually watching the show. I'll be watching like, bro, like this shit dragging, like like nobody's
Bro.
like it's senseless fighting where it's like not even entertaining like that. Like it's the same shit over and over. Like they throw a couple punches, one guy goes down, psych, I'm not down, and then they keep coming back. Like nobody dies, nothing happens.
Bro, first time he was telling me about this, I was just staring at him. I'm just like in amazement, like, bro.
First of all, the fact
What he dies is out of pocket.
I'm just like hearing all this stuff. Like you said, this man got shot, but somehow his skin and his muscles are just strong enough to just repel that. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck type of show is this? Like,
Yeah, you know what just popped in my head? You know how like we going past the time? Imagine they like had like a gas jar.
Jesus.
Get out.
It's so aggressive. Like, get
you
out.
have 5 minutes to exit the
You
room.
could have just knocked on the door. I would've been
Yeah,
fine
I mean,
with
they
that
usually
one.
do that anyway.
I would have been fine with that.
I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, trying to get us out of here. They fucking put some like fucking tear gas and shit.
But yeah, we are over our time, so we'll start getting out of here. Appreciate you coming through, Q. Where can they find you if you want them to find you?
Y'all don't gotta find me for shit. I'll find you if I want to find you. That's all.
Sure, just
But this young,
just
have
like
a good night,
Baki.
pa.
Just like Baki.
Yeah.
I'll find you, bro. Anytime, anywhere.
Benis Young, have a good night, ma, pa. Mark, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me Instagram, etc. Mark and Mark, Twitter, Mark and Mark, Twitch, and Mark and Mark as well. Right there, where can they find you and etc.
Find me everywhere at ETC Victor, and etc. stuff is at Real etc. That is all. Appreciate you guys for listening.
All right, find me on Twitter. I am QT.
Yeah, because
Victor, put it
they heard that.
right there.
Q's back full time, so he'll be back next week. So now, what was that? A tire screech? That sound like a clicker.
Roro. It's like,
But no, just kidding. It'll just be the two of us again next week. But appreciate you for coming through, Q. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you guys
Love
for having
having
me.
you.
Thank you.
I'm supposed to make a clapping sound. We love you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.